So in last class, we discussed about IDLE, part 1 and part 2. Then we done with the Sublime test. And today, we go with the PyCharm editor. How PyCharm editor will be. PyCharm IDE. See, what is the meaning of IDE is Integrated Development Environment. IDE is Integrated Development Environment. So PyCharm is most popular for Python. Okay, so this is the special IDE for the Python executions. So whenever you want to develop the web applications, mostly PyCharm will be used. And one more thing is the VS Code, Visual Studio Code also will be used. And later we will see about the Visual Studio Code. And this time it is working with the PyCharm. Let us try to check with PyCharm is installed or not in my system. Okay, so I'm just checking. PyCharm is not available in my system. So what I want to do is, first of all, I need to install PyCharm IDE. So download PyCharm IDE from the internet. Okay, just to search for PyCharm, 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 and go for PyCharm download. So when you go for PyCharm download, and this one is going to be available from the jetbrains.com. So www.jetbrains.com. So inside this, you will be having the PyCharm IDE. You can go for download option. You are using a Windows machine, go for the Windows related PyCharm. If you are using a Mac machine, go for the Mac related PyCharm. If you are using a Linux machine, go for the Linux related PyCharm. So this one is the Mac related PyCharm. So let me go for the PyCharm download option. And here you will be having something like, 1 second. We can go for the trial version. No need to go for the paid version. You can download your download start should start shortly. If does not, please use the direct link. And there are two kind of PyCharm IDEs which are going to be available. Just wait for 1 second. I don't want professional edition. I want to go with this one. And there are two kind of editions. One is the community edition. The IDE is only for the Python, pure Python development. You can go for this, and this is free, beta and open source. Select the installer for Intel, Apple's. You can download this one. And this is going to be saving on top of the desktop icon. So you can go for the community edition, just to save the community edition. And now you can check it out. PyCharm is going to be downloading in our system. So my system is Mac machine. That is the reason it is downloading DMG file. If your system is Windows machine, it is actually giving you .exe file. Based on your operating system, the file extension should be available. So I'm trying to downloading the DMG version now. So wait for the download. So it is taking a few minutes. Why? Because of this is actually 565 MB size. 565 MB size. So let's wait for the download. PyCharm. 50 seconds left. 40 seconds left. So after download, we try to install it, and we try to write a Python code inside. Okay. It is very simple. So we don't know which version you are going to be, which IDE you are going to be using in your real time. Mostly Python, data analytics, and data science, people will use Anaconda Navigator. For web development, PyCharm or Visual Studio Code. Both are important. And some people will use Sublime Text also. Okay, so any one of the editor, you can go and utilize it. That is not an issue. So my community version was downloading now. So 2 seconds left. Wait for one more second. Yeah, that file was downloaded. So let me go to the file, exact location where it was downloaded. On top of desktop, it was downloaded. And I'm trying to opening PyCharm. CE means community edition. CE means community edition. So I downloaded PyCharm CE. CE means a community edition. So it is opening now. It is very fast, whether it is the right software or not for operating system. Okay, so open it. Yeah, there's one PyCharm, JetBrains IDE. IDE means Integrated Development Environment. What IDE we can use? We can able to write the code and we can able to run the code from the IDE. At the same time, every file is going to be saved with .py format by default. Okay, so send. Okay, don't send. And you can open it. Can you see and understand? And this one is the PyCharm. So you can create a new project, whatever the project you want, you can able to create the new project. Now, I try to create a new project now, Python project and environment. Local Python already installed it. So I don't want to change the path and all. Python version path you don't change. If you want, you can change. Otherwise, you can directly create a project. And I'm creating the project user Apple PyCharm projects. So one project is going to be creating here. Now you can see this Python project was downloaded and created, and it is creating directly a virtual environment also inside. Basically, in the feature, whenever you go for the Django applications and when you go for the Flask applications, environment is needed. So PyCharm is giving a default environment, default virtual environment for you. So that is a benefit for that. And go to the different kind of folders here. One is a bin folder, one is a lib folder. So lib folder, all the libraries which are going to be available in the bin folder. I don't want to change any bin folder files and all. Okay, so this one is the virtual environment. So this is the project for you. So inside the project, I want to create a new file, new Python file. I want to create a new Python file. The name of the file, suppose file.py. So .py automatically take. No need to give, but I'm trying to giving it. I'm trying to giving the file.py inside the project. Okay, so now file.py got created. File.py got created. So inside this file.py is available. So here you can write whatever the code you want. Here you can write whatever the code you want. Suppose I want to improve the font size and all, you can go for the PyCharm preferences. You can go for the PyCharm preferences and you can go for the font, editor font and all. Go to the editor font where the editor is available. And here we will be having the font option. Go to the font option. If you want, you can improve the font option. Let me improve the font option 23, something like that. 23.0. So this is the font. And click on the apply. And click on the OK. So if you want, you can change the theme also. This is actually block and wet theme. If you want, you can change the theme also. Let me try to write some Python code here. Print hello Python. And after that, I'm trying to giving the addition program or name. I'm just trying to giving the name. See, Python is dynamic typed. Dynamic typed means no need to specify the data type for the variables. So I'm trying to giving the name here and print name. When I say print name, I can able to print a name value. I'm just trying to providing the age also, age 35, and print age. And I'm trying to providing the qualification also. Qualification is equal to something like a string value, MCA, and go with the print option now. Again, print of qualification. So I'm trying to providing the variable called qualification. So totally I created three variables. One is the name variable, one is the age variable, and one is the qualification variable. Three variables I got created. And before all these variables, I have simple print option. So after writing some code, please go with the save option, Control S. In Windows machine, Control S. In Mac machine, Command S. Save it. and go to the play button. When you click on the play button, so here you will be having the play button. So when you click on the play button, automatically your code will be executing. So what is the output of this? The first output is related to the print. The second output, third output, and fourth output related to the variables. The first variable is the name variable, second variable is the age variable, third variable is the qualification variable. All the values I can able to print over. So this is about the PyCharm. Whenever you want to do practice in PyCharm, you can do practice with the PyCharm. Later we will discuss some application using with the PyCharm, like we will create one web application using with the PyCharm also. In Visual Studio Code and PyCharm both, I will try to give you the explanation. But for data analytics and data science, artificial intelligence, we have to go for Anaconda Navigator. No need to go for this PyCharm and VS Code. We'll go for the next kind of editors in the coming class. Visual Studio Code in the coming class.